Ever felt invisible, maybe like a ghost in your own social life? That is a terrible feeling, and that is one we have to fix. I'm recording this on Halloween, and I don't mind identifying that fact because you know what? Halloween or any holiday really is always either coming or going. So even if it's March, it doesn't matter. I'm going to speak to some timeless truths here. Okay, so what does it mean if you're a ghost or you're invisible in your own social life? What does that feel like? Well, it feels like, does it really matter if you show up? You question that to yourself. Would people notice if I weren't here? Or, you'll be saying something and people will be talking over you. Or if you've ever noticed this, you say something, it doesn't get much of a reaction, and then somebody else says practically the same thing and everybody responds to that. That just drives me crazy. But that's something that can happen if you're feeling invisible. So, what is the cause of that and how do we fix it? Well, picture it kind of like this. Picture like everybody is a string of holiday lights. Some people are twinkling, some are colorful, some are those nice, classy white lights, and some people are off to the side and they're not even plugged in. This is the metaphor I'm going for here, in the sense that if everybody is turned on and interacting and doing their various things in various colors and shapes and whatever, and you're not plugged into that, you're not going to resonate. You're going to feel invisible like a ghost. So what do I mean by not plugged in? What I mean is everybody in a social occasion, they're all kind of vibing with each other. So you can feel the energy flow, the emotional energy, a bit of passion and enthusiasm is flowing among the people. And if you're not plugged into that or you're not comfortable exhibiting that in yourself, you'll be like that string of unplugged lights, right? That's how that's going to work. So we have to find a way to fix that. I'll give you another example. I was answering my door for Halloween, and we had a lot of crazy costumes come through, and various, dinosaurs and historical figures and a few serial killers, and also a lot of super cute kids of younger ages. And it was fun watching them come in. And we as a family are also working coincidentally on our holiday and Christmas decorations because we just have kind of all kinds of crazy stuff going on inside our house. We have a ton of Santas and houses and nutcrackers and whatnot. So we just have to get an early start. So every year we kind of scare the trick-or-treaters with our early take on Christmas. And some of them commented on it and said, oh, I like this, or that's pretty cool, or whatever. Well, there was this one kid who came to the door. He was about 7 years old, I want to say. And when the door opened and his eyes lit up and he said, I saw your nutcrackers, he said, and I like your Santas. And he said, and then he looked up at our chandelier and he said, and I love your chandelier with the bells. I mean, this kid, I almost busted out laughing. He was so kind of amazed and enthusiastic about what he saw. I mean, and the fact that he would comment on a chandelier also kind of cracked me up. So the parents were kind of standing, a little bit back, and they heard all this and they were smiling too. And the mom said to me, well, he's our very enthusiastic child. And by gosh, he sure was. So the reason I'm telling this story is, who did I remember after that whole parade of Halloween characters? I remembered this kid in his absolute unbridled passion for what he was seeing. So to translate that to your social life, we as adults, we repress ourselves. We're afraid to speak up, to let it loose, to plug in, to share our emotions. That is what we need to start doing, to plug in, to come off from the side as your string of holiday lights and plug into what's going on. So that's what you need to do. And the place to start it, again, is not in the white hot center of your social life. That might feel a little uncomfortable. Start practicing this in your everyday actions. Start bringing a little more enthusiasm, a little more joy. It starts from the heart. It truly does. You have to find your areas of gratitude. Start encouraging yourself at home in the mirror. Start talking out loud to your dog, to your cat, to your houseplant. I've mentioned this before, but I really want to emphasize that in order to start bringing a more exuberant and plugged in and just visible persona to your social life, you have to start doing it in the small areas, in the quiet times. You have to start bringing it then until you get really, really comfortable with it. And then it'll be easy to bring it to your social life. And that way you will be a twinkling, sparkly, energetic string of holiday lights. And you will no longer be invisible. You'll be there for all to see. For more great tips, hit like and subscribe.